The countdown is also on for the 2018 Academy Awards, and Sunday's Oscars will, of course, celebrate the best in films, the best performances. But in a time of growing social movements such as Me Too and Time's Up, you can expect this year's show will have a rather different tone. The CBC's Zuleika Nathu has that story.
One question that remains about the red carpet itself has to do with Ryan Seacrest. Every year, Ryan Seacrest hosts the red carpet special for E, and actors flock to speak with him. This year might be a different story, and that's because Seacrest has been accused of sexual harassment by one of his former stylists. He vehemently denies the allegation. He says that the company conducted an investigation and they didn't find sufficient evidence to support the claim, but the woman is sticking to her story. And so even though E has decided to keep him on the carpet, the big question is whether actors will feel comfortable talking to him in the climate of the Me Too movement. And also, speaking of that, Jimmy Kimmel, who will be hosting the show, says that he will be addressing Me Too in his monologue. That will no doubt be tricky to maneuver given how sensitive the subject matter is. But then again, he also has no shortage of material to discuss when it comes to U.S. politics, right? I mean, gun control, healthcare reform, immigration, those are all issues that he's addressed at length on his own talk show as well.
So Zuleika, as we're watching and the Me Too movement and Time's Up movement keep gaining momentum, I understand you spoke about these subjects at length with producer Andrew Rosen.
Yes, Rosen is a Canadian producer who worked on the Oscar-nominated animated feature, The Breadwinner. And this is a film that had a lot of female input and leadership. The director was female, the lead characters are all women and young girls, and it was produced by Angelina Jolie. So I had the chance to ask the producers what else needs to be done.
I started in the industry. I didn't know anyone. I'm like, oh, I made it, but you know, I'm a white guy. It was much easier for me. I do understand my privilege, and I think this is actually important for us to realize that some of us do get a leg up, and we need to help everyone consciously.
There will be a moment of some kind during the show that addresses Time's Up and Me Too, although they're remaining tight-lipped about what that will actually be.
That was the CBC's Zuleika Nathu in Los Angeles.